Welcome to the Founders Deep Dive, where we're diving deep into the lives of different founders who have taken it upon themselves to offer safe spaces for women in different vulnerable situations. This is courtesy of Sauti Kenya Leadership and Advocacy Program, which is a very beautiful partnership between Ushindi Empowerment Group and Canada Fund for Local Initiatives. I am with a very lovely founder who I am going to allow her to introduce herself and her initiative.
My name is Edith Kamau, Executive Director, Most at Risk Young Mother and Teenage Girls Living with HIV Initiative. That is MOYOTE, Kenya. MOYOTE is a non-government organization which was started back in 2011 as a support group of people who are infected and affected by HIV and other social threats like GBV, drug abuse, teenage pregnancy.
Okay. What inspired you to start MOYOTE?
Edith knew of at a young age. I can start with the background. I come from a background of a very Christian family.
Okay.
And like young people, I needed love. And when I was looking for love, I found myself HIV positive at age of 19. The stigma was very high. And apart from HIV, I also got pregnancy outside the wedlock, what was not normal to my family background. It belonged a lot of issue to the level when I got my child, my only brother wanted to throw my child away. At 3 weeks. Actually, he said my child will make his wife go, because we took a piece of banana, and then he wanted to throw my daughter away, and that's where the violence started. And by that time, there was no voices for young people. Getting HIV, having a child, the stigma which was there, it was very frustrating. And I thought there is need to start an initiative to give the young people voices. Moving forward, I got a love again. Okay. The person who loved me with my child. Unfortunate, again, he turned to be very brutal. And I thought I need to stand now. And that's where the MOYOTE dream came in. I need to fight for young people, the voiceless, to bring the voice, a platform where young people would air their issues in their diversity. Fortunately, I landed to Korogosho community, the biggest, one of the biggest families in Kenya, where I found very many young people going through what I was going through. There's no home where you can call home. There's no one to share about an issue with. The violence was very wide, very deep to the young people. And then we came up together with other 5. And now the MOYOTE was born, where we brought up the initiative of supporting young people in their diversity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's such an inspiring story. Yeah. And I apologize that you had to go through all those situations and all those for you to now start MOYOTE.
Yes.
So how has it been running MOYOTE now?
No, MOYOTE, the violence was deep, but no one was talking about it. And then we started hiding one another. If the violence is too hard, we hide one another. Someone can come sleep in my home because the situation is not good where they are. then we started the advocacy of telling people about we are not supposed to be violated.
Yeah.
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 Despite of our situation, despite of the fact we needed dignity. And then it came a point where we have situations where we can't hide anymore, and we can't keep them in our small offices. So that was in Kariobangi. And now we came up, we brought up the safe house.
Okay.
Where we give space for the young women, 12 to 35, where they can have a space where they can rethink, can start up again. Because we on the way I have learned, it's all about having a safe space where you can think what is the next step.
Where do I go from here now?
Yes, yeah. Many women suffer because they don't know where to start. They don't know where to go. The situation of the brain. If I leave this marriage, how will the family, the society
look at me?
Now we created the MOYOTE safe house to give space for the survivors to restart again. Yes.
Okay. And where is MOYOTE located?
MOYOTE main office is located in Nairobi. The safe house itself is along Kagudo Road. And we have other offices in other areas, including Nyandarua, Meru, where we also have dropping center in many other counties. Yeah.
Okay. What does a dropping site mean?
Dropping center is a place where we just a structure.
Okay.
To ensure that people from that community, they can report there and then the report comes to us. And it's the idea of the dropping center is to have somewhere people can say, this is what I'm going on. And because of the resources, we can't make to have a big offices there.
Oh, okay.
So we just create an environment, a safe environment for women and girls and children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So might you have a number of how many girls and women you've been able to help through the years?
But currently the MOYOTE have a membership of 7,000.
Okay.
Now, all those members, in one way or another, they have gone through a certain services in MOYOTE. But for five of themselves, we have a number of 526.
526.
Yes, that's including passing our safe house, economic empowerment, because the issue are at a certain level.
Yes.
There are those people we support in the community. There are those we take to the center. There are those who we support to go and join the other safe family, if the environment of the threats. Yeah.
Okay. And what does membership entail at MOYOTE?
Membership entail survival of gender-based violence,
okay,
HIV, drug abuse, and teenage pregnancy. Yeah.
Okay. And what are some of the services that MOYOTE offers? Sorry.
Yeah, MOYOTE offer services, including as we have seen, safe place.
Yes, you've mentioned that.
Psychosocial support. We have legal services.
Okay.
Referral. We refer for the health services. We also do economic empowerment. Other things we do advocacy. We do a lot of advocacy to ensure the policies have changed, are they favorable to women and girls. Sexual reproductive health services, among others.
Okay, so it takes care of the woman
the women holistically.
Yes.
But as days goes by, we have realized boys' child is very important.
Okay. Because
we can't win this game without letting know.
Yeah.
Or not informed.
Yeah.
So we are bringing the boy child. And especially when we talk about women, we talk about their whole family.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's only that we are biased with women, but especially for those who are getting married, we engage their husband to ensure the violence is no longer there. Yeah, so we have not left the boy child and the men behind. Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure even in the advocacy,
yes,
they do fall in that aspect also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the years of running MOYOTE, what are, maybe you can share with us maybe one or two stories that have come across MOYOTE and have really, touched your heart?
There are very many. Sometimes I think about them and cry. But there is this something happened, and there is a trend. And that's why I feel we need to empower women.
Okay.
Now with that, is this child? The child was 13 years.
13.
And the mother got married with her from another marriage.
Okay.
When the mother joined the marriage, she got 3 more children.
So now there are 4.
Yeah, the 4.
Okay.
Now the husband turned the firstborn a wife.
No.
And when we reached out to the woman, we rescued the girl. The woman was like, if I leave this marriage, who will take care of the other 3 children? So the girl needs to continue suffering. Why the women is not empowered? Don't have the resources. It is very frustrating to see your child suffering, but nothing you can do.
So nikitoka hapa.
Yes. How about the other
3?
The other 3 children. That thing, it was very hard. I was very hurt about that thing. But fortunately, we are with the girl. We are educating. And unfortunate. We didn't make to proceed with the case.
Oh no.
Yes. That is one of the cases which was one among the cases of the children, of the teenage and young mother. The other thing I think the cases of children hurt me because that's for the adults, which I can also share. It's about another case of another child who was around 16. The mother married to another priest and the father remarried. And when the mother remarried, the family of the stepmother doesn't like the girl. It comfortably agreed to share the daughter with the husband.
No.
Yes.
No.
To make the matter worse, that is why it really hurt me up today. We try to follow up on that case, but the perpetrator is among the justice system.
No, so...
Yes. That is what's happening in our country. That is what's happening to our children. And I remember we even got a threat. If we proceed with the case, it's either we sift or we keep silent. Yeah. And sometimes we say our safety come first.
Yeah.
So what I could do is to support the child. Because we reached so many people. Fortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, even if we didn't manage to proceed with the case, the people are transferred in that police station who are doing who are the barrier of the justice. Yeah, it's half. Yeah, but it was so heartening. The other thing of women who are brutalized, persevering. There are so many cases of women. The latest one happened in our center. The ladies is still in our center, where the husband forced her to use the nose and anal sex without her consent. Yeah, there are very many cases. Sometimes if we share, we become so emotional and
And you carry all that with you.
We carry all that. The latest is the stepfather who was defiling 2 and 7 years. But the mother, the perpetrator is in the court.
Okay.
that was the very latest we had.
And what type of relationship do you have with the justice system? Because you're mentioning now, like, for example, the one who was part of the process, so it was making it difficult. So have they been supportive of what you're trying to do, or is it still difficult to maneuver?
They're supportive where they don't, not the person.
Oh, where they're not involved.
Yeah. Like that one, because it was the person, I got a lot of threats. Don't try to proceed. Don't try to. You can even die. I remember even if I got messages. If you proceed with this case,
count your days.
Yes, count your days.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you handle that? How did you take care of your own safety?
First of all, I made them understand because I went to the I can't mention the police station.
Yes.
We got a conversation with them.
Okay.
And I told them, and I also proceeded and went and reported to the higher level.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we didn't manage to proceed with that case. The only thing happened is the transfer of the few the nini. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the community that you're in.
Yeah.
Have they been accepting of the women you're sheltering? Have they been accepting of, your shelter?
One thing, one of our strength is the community goodwill.
Okay.
Yes, we have a community goodwill. And I hold on the environment, especially where we have the center, there's a lot of change because they are aware. If you beat your wife, she'll be taken and you go to jail. So there is that resilience in the community, which we are around the safe house. Yeah. Actually, they tell me, Wes, I have not beaten my wife. I don't want her to be taken. Yeah, they make lots of that's jokes. And also there's a lot of conversation on how we can handle. And we have gotten positive things where they have the difference in their house. And instead of beating, they come to our safe house. She did blah, 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 blah. She did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have, and that the things we believe we need to buy and sell to the community. There's conversation. Yes, we have the record of many families which are coming over. Instead of beating,
they're coming to talk about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And over the years, how have you been able to fund MOYOTE?
Our safe house was funded by well wishers. Okay. And then we got a funder who did amazing. And thank you for the African Women Development Fund. They funded our safe house. Okay. But for now, again, we are looking for a major funder. Okay. Do we have the resources? Not like the way the African Women Development were funding us. So there's that gap. Okay. Yes. But they did agree to us. We appreciate them, and we are hoping in the next application we'll get the money back. Okay. Yes.
And what plans of growth do you have, maybe?
In our strategic plan.
Okay.
In the 5-year strategic plan, we have realized education is very important to women, especially our target population. Double with HIV, teenage and drug abuse, most of them, they didn't get the proper education. And then we are looking forward to have a space where they can also proceed with their education. Okay. To have a center, a very creative center, we can give chance to, we can do away with vocational training, and our girls can go to their highest. Yes, that is our plan. So we are aiming to have if not a school, a funding where we can support our girls up to the highest level
of education.
Good vocational training, where we can also, because they are also, they are young mothers, they can't go back to school, where we can train them, they can have, they can be able to financial stability. So financial freedom is what's affecting many women. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's part of your strategic plan for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk a bit about the program that you're currently in Sauti, Kenya.
Yeah.
What has your experience been so far?
This program is an eye-opener. I can say that. First of all, I can say it's for long before I go to a class and run me by myself. I get my staff going. Other people
you
going,
send them. You don't
sending them. I want to go. But so this training targeting me is good because I am able to realize who I am. That is it. The gap in my leadership. And the growth of my organization. Yeah. So the project is very important, and we expect to have more of this leadership because sometimes we lead in our own experience. It doesn't good yield, and we don't. When we don't realize the gap, we don't know what to do. So, but when we realize the gap, we work on it. Yeah. Okay. So the project is very helpful. It's very good. I have learned a lot. The sustainability, governance. So I know how to do now.
You know how to navigate.
Yes.
Okay, you mentioned your team. How many people do you have on your team currently at MOYOTE?
At MOYOTE, right now we have 13 staff.
Okay.
And 16 community health promoters. Yeah.
That's a very big team that you're in charge of. Okay, lovely. We're currently in the 16 days of activism.
Yeah.
What is something you'd like to share about, the season that we're in?
The community, the government and the governance, in our government. There's a lot to be done. I believe there's a lot to be done, especially to the media. The other day I was looking what is triggering the violence. In our content, most of the movies, they are showing a lot of vulnerability to women in love. So, can our media house have other things? Okay, showing other movies, content, showing the strength of a woman, the strength of a woman. Women in many movies, they are so vulnerability, and I believe men are taking advantage of this situation. Again, the fear, the women fear. Maybe it is true. Men are few. If only I leave this marriage, or I speak out, and this man go, I will not get another one. Yes, me I'm looking in the world where in Kenya where we can look things differently. Also start content with embrace women, which doesn't show the women vulnerability. Okay. In all. It's a call, actually. I thought about it the other day and I was like, how do I need to see a girl begging for so many movies? What about these men? Maybe they take advantage of this situation. The other things are about our community not normalizing GBV. Okay. There is a lot of normalization, which we need to, the blame game. Yeah. Yeah. Hangefa, the way she's responding, it's not right. Okay, why? What does my response and the GBV coming? Yeah, they say you can correct me in a good manner. Yes, if I'm very loud or if I've done something to offend you, we can talk about it. She's very shouting, and sometimes as women also by the things they say, if a woman is loud, it's like being loud. It's wrong. So for this 16th day of activism, we need to rebuild, rethink, and see the gap which are there, which are things which we are not talking about, like those one I'm saying, the content in our TV, in our media houses. We need to change the way we reflect women issue. Yeah, that's a very good point. I don't think I've had that one before. When I think about it now after you've said it, you're very right. A lot of the content you come across,
portrays, especially the love story kind of kind of films and even music, portrays women as very vulnerable, very timid. That's definitely something to look out for and something to change. Okay, and if someone wanted to reach MOYOTE, maybe have a conversation with you, maybe they want to support your strategic plan, how can they be able to reach you?
MOYOTE, we have a Facebook.
Okay.
We have Instagram. We have Twitter page. And we have also the email.
Okay.
Now we have a contact. Our Facebook page is MOYOTE Kenya. Our Twitter at MOYOTE Kenya. My contact, organization contact, 0720 728 036. And then we have a pay bill, which is found in our website to support a girl child in education. Yes.
Please tell us your website.
www.moyote.org. Yeah.
Okay. And to close the conversation off, is there anything you'd like to say, anything you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, we need to do this fight together.
Okay.
It's no one person fight. So it's a call to you, us. We fight for girl child. And you can also feel free to visit our offices, our safe house, at Kariobangi office at around Kagudo Road. Pray with our girls, hear what they can say. Yeah. And any other person out there. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for allowing me to have this conversation with you. I hope you have a good rest of the program, and I can't wait to see the growth of MOYOTE.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.